We are now joined by Dr. Jeff Ray, who is ASEE's Engineering Technology Council Chair. Thank you very much for joining us today.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to be here.
So tell us, what are your goals for this year's conference?
Several of the goals that we have, or I have for the Engineering Technology Council and its member institutions and representatives, is really to help increase the perception of engineering technology and degrees, and what does that mean as a pathway to an engineering career, being one of the major goals that we have for this year. One of the other goals that we really want to do is begin discussions on creating a two-year pipeline, or a pipeline for two-year students, but also veterans. We've got a large contingent of Iraqi and Afghanistan war veterans coming back, and we see being able to work with those groups that we can find them careers when they come back, be able to use some of their prior learning that they've gained through either military experience or at a community college or a technical college. So those are the real two goals that we've got for this year.
And what are some of the challenges that your council is grappling with this year?
I think one of the challenges that, the main challenge that we have is really that public perception. What does it mean to have a Bachelor of Science in Engineering Technology? There's a whole misconception in terms of just what does an engineer do in general, and so particularly in the public, but particularly in engineering technology, we tend to have a real issue of the public perception is, what do I do with this degree? What's the differences between the degrees? So we're really working to change that perception. The other real critical challenge that we have right now is gaining federal government acceptance of bachelor's degrees in engineering technology. Currently there's no standard for that level, and so we've been working with folks in Washington to look at where they're being counted in industry.
And you all have a new slogan. It is, the degree is engineering technology, the career is engineering. Explain to us what this means and why it's important, the message behind it.
I think that goes back to that public perception. What is a bachelor's degree in engineering technology? Well, it's really, anecdotally, it's been going on since ET degrees were created about 60 years ago, that it's an applied engineering degree. And so that really starts to begin to define who we are, and it also backs up a recent survey that was published in ASEE's Journal of Engineering Technology of a little over 200 industries in the United States. You know, what do you do with these graduates? And what we really found from the survey that supports this slogan for engineering technology is they're hiring for function. They see that, and we looked at job titles and ask them to define that, and they don't title their people engineering technologists. They call them engineers, design engineers, manufacturing engineers, sales engineers, and so on. So this really backs up one of our goals of moving forward in expanding that survey and creating that public perception.
And there seems to be a greater emphasis on engineering technology faculty publishing in traditional publications and obtaining grants from the government in the industry. Talk to me a little bit about this trend and how the ASEE is helping in this transition.
Okay. I think one of the historically strong assets that engineering technology programs have had is that direct tie with industry. When you look and you see what types of research are going on in engineering technology programs, it tends to be the more applied manufacturing type of things, working with students. There's several graduate programs in engineering technology around the country that produce folks that go on to get their PhDs and become leaders in academics and industry. I see ASEE is helping, just like today, there's a lot of workshops going on, some of those tied to grant writing, funding opportunities that are out there, and so there's a lot of support for that, and also through the publications of being able to present a faculty's research.
All right, Dr. Jeff Ray, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.